What's going on, you guys? Keena Renee here. I'm back with another lifestyle video, and today I wanted to kind of talk about life after my 9 to 5. I have been a full-time entrepreneur since May of 2019. So it's still new, it's definitely still fresh. I'm still learning, I'm still growing, I'm still just trying to figure things out for myself. But I just wanted to do this quick video just to kind of talk about my life after I was working in corporate, and I decided to leave my corporate job in Chicago, Illinois, and move back home with my mom to start my business. If quitting your job and being a full-time entrepreneur is something that you have your eye on, this video is definitely for you. You definitely want to stick around and watch this full video. I'm going to share my personal experiences and definitely share some tips, because I wish somebody would have shared their tips with me, but I ain't gonna leave you hanging, sis. So go ahead, get your notebook. You know how I do. Get you some drink and meet me right back here. So in my last video, I was drinking Sprite, and honestly, y'all, I very rarely drink soda. Usually my go-to is water or tea. This video, I'm back to my handy dandy infuser bottle with some water. There's no fruits or anything in it. I'm just drinking plain water today because I've been in this gym, y'all, and I know I need to drink more water. Let's get to the video. Life after my 9 to 5. It's definitely been challenging. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all. I want to be as transparent as possible in this video. It's been challenging. There's been moments where I'm like, man, what am I doing? When did I make the right decision? Like, what is it? I'm following what I feel is my calling, what I feel is my journey. My mother is self-employed, so that's always been the example that I've had, is being self-employed, working for yourself. And my mother used to always tell me, don't let nobody tell you how much money you can or cannot make. That she used to always tell me that. Like, that is like she was like, no, don't let nobody, no company, no nothing tell you how much money you can or cannot make, because you can make as much money as you want. It does not, the sky is the limit. It does not matter. Don't let nobody stop your coins. With that kind of being instilled in me from like a very young age, I've just always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I've always wanted to work for myself. I've always wanted my own company. I've always wanted to work for myself. After working and really just kind of building my brand, getting to a point that I felt I could really actually do it and sustain myself. Like, I just thought that the time was right. And then just kind of coming back home, because I had lived in Chicago for 8 years. Shout out to my Chicago fam, my friends. I had lived there for 8 years. So one, it was kind of getting overwhelming for me financially. I had a lot, like, I had a couple of years of just hit with just a lot of bad stuff. Like, financially, it just really just took me out, like, and I was overwhelmed, and I just felt I needed a break from that and like a fresh start. Well, that's, obviously one of the main reasons why I moved back. And when I moved back home, I figured this is a perfect time to start my business. Almost everybody that I know who are successful, who have their own businesses and are full-time entrepreneurs, they live with their parents. They made that choice. They made that sacrifice to move back home with their parents. One of my favorite YouTubers that I follow is Vanessa Lau. And in her video, she said the same exact thing. When, she was going through some type of hardship, she had lost her job. So she decided to move back home with her parents, I believe in Canada, and start her company. And now she runs like a 6-figure business. And it just takes that sacrifice. Like, moving back home with my family is obviously not my first choice. It's not something that I necessarily wanted to do. It's just something that I had to do to move forward. I knew that in order for me to be in a space that I wanted to be, I was gonna have some sort of discomfort. I was gonna have to get out of my comfort zone, and I was gonna have to do some things that I may not wanted to do, but I had to do them in order to kind of get to that next level. So that's currently where I'm at now. I have been working in my industry for over 10 years now. I've been working within the entertainment industry for so long. That's something that, you know, I'm secure and confident in, is my work ethic, my skills, and just really knowing my stuff. Like when it comes to my niche in my career, like I know my stuff. That's not something that I'm just unsure about whatsoever. The business side of it is definitely something that I was unsure about, and I knew that in order to really get things going and move forward, I was going to have to invest in speaking with some sort of business coach or someone along the lines that really excels and really knows about the business, because you can't do this by yourself. You just can't. And I'm not here, you know, to say to anybody that, oh, you need to go out and do this and quit your job and do this and this. I'm not here to say that, because everybody's journey is different. But for me, once I quit my 9 to 5, I knew I had to, the first thing I knew, I said I have to cut bills. I can't be paying rent and car note, utilities, and all this other stuff. So I had to cut my bills somewhere, you know, and make it a little bit easier on myself. So that's the first thing that I did. The next thing that I did was really sit down and figure out, as far as what is my business, what is it that I'm going to offer? What is it that I can offer people that other people can't? What is it that makes me unique and that's going to make my business unique? And I had to figure that out. You know, I'm still figuring that out. Still things that I'm still learning, that I'm still figuring out. You know, I've had my droughts where I'm just like, my God, my account is in a negative. I don't know when my next check's coming in. I've been trying to sell this. I've been trying to promote this. I ain't got no clients. Ain't nobody buying my products. Like, you know, I've definitely seen that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just real. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect, but when it comes to what it is that I do, I know my shit. As far as tips that I would say that I would share with other people that are looking to kind of transition, because I know so many people, especially in the YouTube space, they want to transition from their jobs. I don't have any kids. I don't have, you know, I don't have any responsibilities like major, like I don't have another human to take care of. My number one tip would be just to kind of figure out what it is that you're okay with doing without. You kind of have to get it in your mind. Like your mindset is really, I feel like 70 to 80% of all of this is really getting your mindset in a space so that you can kind of deal with the ups and downs of entrepreneurship. You have to figure out what you're okay with being uncomfortable with. Like some people may not have the option to move back home with their parents to cut their costs as far as rent. I had that option. Also kind of figure out beforehand, you know, a plan for your business, how you plan to scale. If you're like me and business, like the business side of things isn't really your strong suit, that's not where your skills are, definitely consult with some type of business coach or somebody that can really help you figure out the business end of it and that can help you sustain, because it's all about being able to sustain through your drought. It's just all about being able to sustain. Like, that is the biggest thing. I mean, I wish somebody would have told me this before. I mean, obviously I do, but I wish I would have sat down with somebody that was like a strong business coach prior to actually making that transition. Start small. You don't really have to have everything right away. You don't have to have space. I work out of coffee shops and Barnes and Nobles all the damn time. You know, just start with the basics. The goal is you want to be able to scale to something. Like me, I know eventually I want my own office space. So right now it's like, what's the point of me starting out at the gate renting space when, one, I don't even have the clients in order to sustain that space. So just start off small. Last thing that I definitely want to say is to have multiple streams of income. You want to diversify your portfolio. I'm just now growing my Etsy shop. I'm just now doing, you know, trying to get this YouTube thing popping, just because I realized, okay, at this point, I have to diversify. I can't just put all my eggs in one basket. I have to have other streams of income. I have to diversify in some way, somehow, in order to, one, help bring more attention to yourself and to your business, and to, two, get, bring more attention to that coin. You know what I'm saying? All right, you guys. So like I said, this is just from my personal experience. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Just like my last video, I just really wanted it to be something that's from my personal experience to hopefully inspire somebody and just to kind of guide you in the right direction. I wish I would have had that prior to me making the leap. And yeah, if you're thinking about quitting your job, if 2020 is your year where you want to be a full-time content creator, I definitely say do it, but you definitely have to have some sort of plan and just keep the things that I said in mind, because I'm sitting here going through the jungle so that for you it could be a little bit easier. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. You definitely want to be sure to do that. I will be posting another video very soon. And yeah, thank you so much for watching and have a great day. See you next time. Bye. Okay, you guys, so really quickly, I just wanted to show you guys my pantyhose from Sheer Text. Thank you so much, guys, for gifting me with these lovely, lovely pantyhose. These are supposedly, they're the pantyhose that don't rip. If you want to get yourself a pair, they gifted me a coupon code specifically for my subscribers, $10 off. I will leave that in the description box below.